welcome to trivia. My name's Katie. This is Bob. Welcome to Trivia Time. In honor of 4th of July tomorrow, we are doing history trivia. If you guys want to go ahead and throw team names in the chat, I'll get those put into the spreadsheet here. And we already have 2 likes. Thank you. Abby might be joining by phone today. She's out of town, but last week she surprised us by calling in on the phone. So she's going to try to do that this week, but she said she might not have a signal. So let's hope that she's able to call in. All right. Going to go ahead and put on some music here. Welcome, Team Laura. And welcome, Team Fred. Nice to see you again, Team Fred. Anyone have exciting plans for the 4th of July tomorrow? Oh, that was a really short song. That's okay. Play another one here. There we go. That's the right theme song. I can never find it. Oh, and we got a 3rd like. Thank you. Yeah, tomorrow, my family always goes out to eat on the 4th of July, just like a little local restaurant. And so we always go there. And so it's a kind of a family tradition. So. Then we go see fireworks in the evening. Oh, the restaurant, it's in northern Michigan. So I'll be heading up north actually tomorrow early morning. And so it's called Paul's. It's in Joburg. So probably not one anyone's heard of. All right, if anyone is just joining, you can send in a team name in the chat. If you'd like to play along, of course, you're always welcome just to play along at home as well. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with the rules here. But if anyone is still coming up with a team name, that's totally fine. You can send that in. All right. Rule number 1 is no Googling. So this is just for fun. There's no prizes, so let's keep it fair. Don't Google the answers. Oh, come on. There we go. Rule number 2 is keep track of your own score. It is a point per question, 0 points if you get it wrong. There are no negative points in this game until the final question. Rule number 3, write your team name with your answer in the chat. That's just so I can give you a shout out if you get it right or if I like your made up answer. All right, and rule number 4, save all challenges for before the final question. So if you think that I got something wrong, just let me know before the final question and I will double check that. Number 5 is play in the YouTube chat, not the events node. So if you are currently over at aadl.org, hop on over to YouTube and play along live in the chat. Hello, Wisp Role Player. Do you have a team name? You're just in time. I'm just going over the rules here. And number 6, as always, is have fun. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm not sure if anyone here played the history trivia last time, but it was broken up into 3 different sections. So we had Michigan, US, and then world history. So we're going to start with Michigan history. Question number 1. What decade was the construction on the Mackinac Bridge completed? And it's changed it to Bride with this fancy font. It says it's supposed to say bridge. Time starts now. Oh, hi, Abby. Oh, I'm sorry that you can't get in. I'm glad you can play along in the chat, though. I was hoping you might be able to call in like you did last time, but... All right, that is time. Okay. That's okay. I knew what you meant. Team Laura. Okay, so we have both teams are saying the 1950s. Correct answer is the 1950s, 1957 to be specific. All right. Not sure if Abby's going to be playing along or not. She hasn't seen these questions, so she could play along if she wanted to. Except for like 2 of them. She did help me with 2. All right. Question 2. What is the name of the former U.S. president from Michigan? Time starts now. Welcome back. I know nothing. Let's see. Add you to the spreadsheet here. You're just in time. We're just on question 2. All right, that is time. All of our teams here are saying it's Gerald Ford, and that is the correct answer. Good job, everyone. All right, question 3. Where was Michigan's capital originally located? Time starts now. All right, that is time. Everyone is knocking it out of the park tonight. Good job. It is Detroit. It is Detroit. Move to Lansing later on. All right, question 4 from Michigan history. What Ford car released in 1927 replaced the Model T? Time starts now. This is a bit of a trickier one, I think. Oh, I know nothing is with Abby. That's good. You guys can play on a team. All right. So we have one for Model A and one for the Edsel. The Edsel is a good guess, but the correct answer is the Model A. So good job, Team Fred. You got that one right. Edsel Ford did actually do a lot of the design work on the Model A, but the actual like Edsel car didn't come until later. So good job. All right, here's the last of the Michigan history questions in the regular round. The Frostbitten Convention was held in Ann Arbor in 1836 and brought an end to what conflict? Time starts now. All right, that is time. Okay, so Team Laura says the war between Michigan and Ohio. And then Ann Arbor Ipsy War, I like that one. And the Michigan Toledo War. So any variation, there's lots of names for this conflict. The most common is the Toledo War, but war between Michigan and Ohio or anything like that will be acceptable. So good job. I'll say I know nothing, and Team Laura both got that one right. Okay. I love telling people that there was like a war between Michigan and Ohio, like an actual war, even though nobody like died in the war. It's just a bunch of little skirmishes and empty threats, but still. Okay, so we're moving on to U.S. history. So question 6. In what month was the Declaration of Independence signed by the members of Congress? Time starts now. All right, that is time. All right, so this is a little bit of a trick question, but Team Fred saw through that. It was actually in August. It is not July. That's a common misconception. It was signed on August 2nd. So good job, Team Fred. It was, let's see, if I remember correctly, it was that the Resolution for Independence was adopted on July 2nd, and the Declaration of Independence was approved on July 4th, but it didn't actually get signed until August 2nd. Good job. Okay. Question 7. This Native American Confederation is often characterized as one of the world's oldest participatory democracies, and its constitution is believed to have been a model for the U.S. Constitution. So this is a Jeopardy style one. So what's the name of that confederation? Time starts now. All right. Perfect timing with the song there. Okay, so we got Navajo and the Iroquois, or I'm not sure how to pronounce that one, but it is the Iroquois Confederacy, also known as the Six Nations, or at one point is known as the Five Nations. So any of those answers are acceptable. So good job to Team Laura. All right. Question 8. This is a little more recent. How many tons of fireworks were set off in Washington, D.C. over the Washington Monument for the bicentennial on July 4th, 1976? So, and I'll say if you can get it within 5, but between, the hint is between 10 and 50 tons. So try to guess it within 5 because this is a little tricky. Time starts now. I know nothing is between 10 and 50, so it can't be 200. You can have another guess. All right. Okay, so we got 42 and 35. I'm not sure if I know nothing is going to send anything. You're welcome for the hint. Yeah, it was, oh, that's okay. You didn't see the tons part. That's okay. Do you have another guess? I know nothing. Oh, wait for it. Don't want to reveal the answer yet if they're going to send in. Another guess? Okay, 20. Okay, so the correct answer is 33. So Team Fred got within 5 of that. So good job, Team Fred, which is bigger than a blue whale, I think is what the website was saying that I was reading up on this. So that's a lot of fireworks. Okay. Question 9. In 1983, Sally Ride made history as she became both the youngest American and the first American woman to travel where? Time starts now. All right, that is time. Okay, so we have into space on the space shuttle and outer space. Both of those are correct. I just had space, so any variation of that works. There she is. I had to cover up her NASA name tag on this slide here. So I didn't give it away. Okay, question 10. This is the last of our US history regular questions. So what breed of dog was the sled dog Balto, who helped deliver life-saving medicine to the children of Nome, Alaska in 1925? Time starts now. Oops, you don't need 3 minutes. There we go. All right, that is time. All right, and everyone is saying it's a husky, and that's right. There's Balto right there with his musher. All right. So now we're doing some world history questions. So these are always fun. Okay, question 11. Which country is credited with inventing fireworks? Time starts now. Yes, the llama's name is Bob. He's named after Bob Bones, who's our main, it's what everyone guesses when they don't know the answer, and it's a name, in case anyone isn't up on that. So that's his name. All right. So everyone in the chat says China is the answer, and that is correct. All right, question 12. By what name is Edward Teach better known? Time starts now. All right, that is time. All right, I like Team Fred. You said E.T. But the correct answer is Blackbeard. So good job to Team Laura and I Know Nothing. Whenever I see this, I always think about Blackbeard's Ghost. It's this old live-action Disney movie. It's really funny. I watch it around Halloween because I'm too chicken to watch scary movies. So it's not actually scary. It's a comedy. But all right, question 13. This city has undergone a number of name changes, including Byzantium, New Rome, and Constantinople. What is the current name? Time starts now. See if I can find. There we go. All right, that is time. And everyone is saying Istanbul. Oh, and one for Rome. The correct answer is Istanbul. So good job, Team Fred and Team Laura. You both got that one right. All right, question 14. In 2015, Queen Elizabeth II surpassed which former British monarch to become the longest reigning British monarch? Time starts now. All right, that is time. We have 2 for Queen Victoria and 1 for King George. The correct answer, though, is Queen Victoria. All right, question 15, the last of our regular questions. The first Oktoberfest festivities in 1810 were held in honor of what royal event? Time starts now. I just need to know the type of royal event. Don't need specific names. If you know them, though, if you know the name, I'd be impressed. All right. So we have birth of a child and baby's birth. Those are that's an excellent guess. The correct answer, though, is it was in honor of a royal wedding, and specifically Crown Prince Ludwig and Princess Therese. And that's Crown Prince in German. I like someone's birthday. That's a good guess. If I was royalty, I'd have a huge festival on my birthday, I think. All right. So we're on to the name 4. So the way the name 4 works is I will ask a question with 4 answers. For each one you get correct, you give yourself 2 points, meaning you can earn up to 8 points. You don't need to get all 4 correct to get points. If you only get 1 right, you can give yourself 2. Get 2 right, you give yourself 4, so on and so forth. Because it is a longer question, you will get 1.5 minutes. So give the last names, you don't need to give the first ones, give the last names of the 4 U.S. families who each had 2 members serve as U.S. president. Time starts now. History is a really tough one to do name 4s for. So not many things happen in 4s. So happy that this was one of them. About 30 seconds left. Yeah, so that's a good question, Team Laura. So for the first 15, it was just 1 point for each correct one. So you can, if you got them all right, you got 15 points on those. Yep. And you don't do negative points if you got one wrong. Good question. Okay. So looks like everyone got at least 3 of them, right? The answers are Adams, Harrison. So I think that Team Fred got that one right. No, excuse me, Team Laura got that one right. So good job. Roosevelt and Bush. So so Team Laura, you got 8 points on that one, and it looks like everyone else got 6. I do like Bob Bones though, or Bones. Yeah, Bob's great-grandfather and grandfather were president. It's a little known fact, but they're usually not recognized. You know, llamas can't usually run for president. Anyway. All right, so we're moving on to the final question. So if anyone has any challenges, you can throw those in the chat and I will look them up. In the meantime, I'll explain how the final question works. So you send in your current score, which if you got everything right would be 23 points, along with a wager of up to 10 points. You don't need to have 10 points to wager 10 points. You'll just go negative if you get it wrong. And because it's the final question, the first answer you put in the chat will be considered your final answer. Okay, so Team Fred has 16 points, and they wager 6. I Know Nothing has 19 points, and they wager 10. Oops, oh, you have 14, okay. 14, and Team Laura has 19, and wagers 10. All right, it's gonna be a close game. All right, the final question is, oh, Laura, you have 20 points, okay. All right, I think I got everyone's in now. Okay, so the final question is, although Congress didn't make the 4th of July a federal holiday until 1870, Philadelphia and Boston are recorded as having the first fireworks celebrations for the 4th in what year? Time starts now. I don't know if this song is going to load. All right. That is time, so people can start getting up. Here they come. All right, just waiting for I Know Nothing's answer. All right. Oops. Oh, and I really did have 19 points. That's okay. I'll just change it back real quick. No worries. All right. Okay. So everyone looks like they have their answers in. So the correct answer is 1777, 1 year later. The Revolutionary War is still going on, and they held a celebration. All right. So it looks like everyone missed that one, but that's okay. It's a harder one, which makes our winner tonight, Team Fred with 10, followed right behind with Team Laura at 9, and I Know Nothing in third with 4. So good job, everyone. Awesome job tonight. This is one of my favorite memes ever. I love this. Anyways, congratulations to the winner. Thank you for playing. Join us next Saturday for Marvel. And it looks like the code is peeking out from under the picture here when the font changed. That's okay. It's supposed to say, yep, it does say Back in Time. So the formatting changed a little bit, but you can just grab it in the description below. It's a little bit easier there. If you played After Live Trivia, leave us a comment below and let us know your final score. We'd love to hear from you. We always go back and take a look at that. Oh, you're welcome. It is so much fun to host. I'm glad you were here today. Everyone have a wonderful 4th of July. Bye. Thank you for playing.